The disappearance of a child can happen for reasons as diverse as the society in which they live. The case types of stranger and family abductions, runaways, lost, or otherwise missing are indicators of victimization and vulnerability experienced by children. These issues impacting children have become a national concern and have been felt by individual states. The state of Indiana's initial attempts to confront the issue of missing and exploited children were addressed in 1984 under the Governor's Missing Children program. By 1988, the legislature had enacted the laws that formally introduced the establishment of the Indiana Missing Children Clearinghouse, the IMCC. The IMCC began operating in April 1988 and serves as the state center repository for all information on missing children. The IMCC has been established to direct and coordinate the state's efforts in the exchange, delivery, and storage of information for the safety and protection of missing children. This provides a viable program consistent with and supportive of the Indiana law enforcement community's mission of the preservation and protection of human life. This operation includes an intra- and interstate network of communication designed to facilitate efficient collection and processing of information regarding missing children, a database which is used to disseminate information on missing children within Indiana as well as other states, appropriate form development that provides documentation about missing children and ensures speedy routing of information to agencies. In 1988, the Indiana General Assembly enacted 3 laws which assist the law enforcement community in locating missing children. Indiana Code 10-1-7-5 mandates the clearinghouse to notify the Indiana State Board of Health of all children under 13 who are missing and were born in Indiana. The Indiana State Board of Health, in turn, is responsible to flag the birth record at the state level and then forward the list of the local health departments for the flagging to occur on the county birth records. All requests for these flag certificates are channeled through the clearinghouse. The law enforcement agency that has reported the child missing must be ready to respond in verifying the status of the case if the record is requested. Indiana Code 20-8.1-3-17.1 mandates Indiana Public Schools to notify the IMCC if necessary birth documentation and previous school information is not provided within 30 days of the student's enrollment. If the documentation appears to be inaccurate or fraudulent, notification is also required. Indiana Code 31-6-13-6 mandates Indiana Public Schools to attach a flag on the school record of a missing child when the school is notified by a law enforcement agency. Indiana Code 31-6-13-3 mandates law enforcement agencies to prepare a report. Indiana Code 31-6-13-4 mandates law enforcement agencies to immediately forward the contents of the missing child report to all law enforcement agencies that have jurisdiction, those that the complainant requests the form be sent, those that request a copy of the report, and the IMCC. In addition to these immediate requirements, the agency is required to forward the contents of the missing child report to the last school the child attended in Indiana if the child is less than 13 years of age. This requirement must be met within 15 days. This enables the school records to be flagged. If the school receives a request for any flagged records, the requests are channeled through the IMCC. The law enforcement agency that has reported the child missing must be ready to respond in verifying the status of the case. One exception to the immediate forwarding of the report involves children who have been reported missing more than once and who are also believed to be missing because of the delinquent act of leaving home without reasonable cause and without permission of the parent, guardian, or custodian. This type of case permits the law enforcement agency 24 hours to prepare the report. Indiana Code 31-6-13-2 mandates the report that must be forwarded is to include a physical description, the date and place of birth, which includes city and state, name and address of last school attended. This information enables the IMCC to have the birth record flagged at the state and local level. Continued efforts toward complying with Indiana's laws will ensure the safety of Indiana's children. The network of law enforcement agencies, schools, citizens, and the IMCC strengthens our commitment to protect the rights of the one group most unable and unlikely to defend themselves, children. In 1988 and 89, 90% of all missing children reported to the IMCC were cleared. 413 children are currently missing. 56 of these children are under the age of 13. Continued improvements in reporting, enhancing investigative techniques, strengthening legal frameworks, and providing public education will assure a swift and vigorous response to this national issue. As the problem of missing children is a concern to all of us, we must collectively respond so that all children are afforded their right to safety.